Welcome to another edition of Straight Talk. About 4 months ago, Straight Talk announced that we were going to be doing a talent, gift and talent of the month, a special person of the month, somebody that's giving hope to our community. A lot of people need hope. I had an opportunity to talk to a young lady, and she was sharing with me about this mother of hers that have done so much for our community. And a lot of times people do a lot of work for the community and they go unnoticed. So that's what Straight Talk is going to be doing. So today, you'll get an opportunity to meet our first person of hope that extends their olive branch. Please welcome Miss Debroah Harris.
You see, I got hope, so we can use a little, even when we go, and I won't let go, 'cause a little bit of it can go a long, long
I must say, I'm going to give a shout out to your daughter, Miss Shay.
Yes.
Because she's the one who shared so much about you and what you have been doing in the community. It is awesome and it's going unnoticed. So again, we're honored to have you as the first hope olive branch extended to someone in the community. And not just someone, you've been helping a lot of people. But I want to talk a little bit about some of the degrees that you have. You know, a lot of times people don't know that someone's behind the scenes, and they're working hard, and they're going to school, and they're extending this olive branch. You have a MPA in public administration?
Yes. I received my MPA degree, Master's of Public Administration, from Portland State University.
Okay.
I went back to school to receive that degree. I was working full-time, taking care of my family,
Okay.
and completing my master's degree.
Now, I want to say that again, not for you to say it again, but I want to pause a little bit because you said something that goes out to a lot of us. You went back.
Yes. What I mean is I had,
MPA, and you also have a couple of degrees. So
Yes.
we can start with MPA, and then we can go back to the bachelor's, or we can start with let's start with the bachelor's. You got the bachelor's first.
yes.
Okay. And,
I received my bachelor's degree from the University of Arkansas.
okay.
With a master's, with a major in English, and then a secondary in speech communication.
Okay. Now we got a bachelor's in communication and speech. Those are like two different fields, and communication. How did you pick those two different fields?
Well, I chose those because I wanted to be able to reach people
Okay.
and make sure that I was effectively communicating with each person that I met,
Okay.
and that I was able to, when I meet people and speak to people, that I'm able to engage with them in good conversation, in a way that we are just being able to communicate across cultures and effectively communicate.
Yes, which is, and you mentioned the word effectively.
Yes.
A lot of times, just communicating with someone is just communicating.
It's just
but
communicating.
effectively. Now, explain the difference, communication and effectively communicating.
Effectively, it's basically having the correct verbiage, using the choice of language, and then we have to identify when we communicate with different people that we are able to reach them. Different people have different styles of receiving information, and we have to make sure that we understand the different styles. People with different cultures have different ways. Communicating isn't just the verbal form.
Absolutely.
It's also gestures, it's also visual contact. So using all of those so that you can meet everybody on common grounds.
Now, on this journey that you've been on with this bachelor's, have you found that people are more verbal people or visual people when you communicate with them and share this with them?
I find that people are more verbal,
Okay.
and also, well, verbal and visual are pretty much equal.
Okay.
Because regardless to how much you say, people don't necessarily accept what you say. People want to see your actions,
Okay.
how you're, what you're doing, how you go about expressing yourself. I'm really use my hands a lot, and I use my
mine
face
too. I mean, that's
a
what we-
lot,
yes,
and I
okay.
use the eye
Yeah.
contact a lot.
Okay.
Because you can look at a person, and when you look at that expression, you know the sincerity is there.
It's
You
there.
can feel that sincerity.
Right. Okay. Now, something else happened while you was Arkansas. There's a photo, that, if you will, when you pull it up, there's something that was going on while you was down in Arkansas that was really momental.
Yes.
You know, can you? Okay, Miss Black America.
Who is that person?
That is Debroah Harris.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this journey, because, and the reason I'm asking is because there are a lot of women, young women, out there, and they're thinking about a journey. They're thinking about a struggle. They're thinking about can I, would I, should I, could I, but you went through it. So share a little bit about that journey.
Yes, the reason I took that journey is because at that time, J. Morris Anderson, who was president of the Miss Black America pageant,
Okay.
there was a concern that African American women were not given a credit, were not appreciated for the beauties that we carry,
Okay.
because others may look at our beauty as being different or not being acceptable. So I've always told myself that I can do anything. So I chose to take the journey of participating in the pageant because I said, I can do this, and by me doing this, I can share with other young women that we can master anything if we put our mind
Absolutely.
and our hearts to it.
I'm gonna give you a clap on that, because the clap might be late, but I'm still clapping because you made it and you're still carrying it on.
Yes,
And that's a powerful journey.
Yes.
That's a powerful. Okay, so you Miss Black Arkansas.
Yes.
Okay. Then you end up here in Portland,
Yes,
and you're going to Portland State University. Now you're working on a master's.
yes.
Share a little bit about that journey.
Well, when you're not contented, you always should reach for something and strive for other goals. Never be complacent. Never
Okay.
be contented with where you are, because we all have God-given gifts to
Absolutely.
move forward.
Yes.
So that was my next journey. I said, I'm going to get my master's in public administration, because I may not necessarily want to stay in the position where I'm at. I want to create more opportunities for myself, create more doors, open more doors for myself. So that's when I chose to attend Portland State and get my master's in public administration, and with a history of participating in the political process and other aspects of the public sector.
Right.
I chose to do this because it enhanced my learning.
Yes,
So that
okay.
whatever field I decided to branch into, I have a background, I have an understanding of that.
Of that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this program that you actually put on, the WIN program.
Yes.
It touched a lot of lives. Just share a little bit about this program and the lives that it affected, that it touched.
Yes, several years ago, I started a program, it was called the WIN Group.
Okay.
WIN, which means what's important now. And the purpose of it was to focus on our young people and to refocus their minds and their energy into doing things that would value them and take them their focus off gang situations, situations they may have at home,
Okay.
school situations, to refocus their energy and maybe the performing arts, things that I would basically get ideas of what do you enjoy doing,
Exactly.
and then we would move in that direction. And I ran this program independently for a few years.
2 years. Awesome, awesome.
Unable to get fundings. I
Yeah.
went several times to the city to get fundings to help with the program, but I continued independently.
The fact that you got that program out there and was giving young people opportunity.
Yes.
And that's what you're reaching. You're giving hope, and you affected a lot of lives. And there's another program. I want to talk about some of the programs.
Yes.
It was one called, it's Women Move Beyond Your Walls.
Yes.
That's powerful.
Yes.
Let's share a little bit about that.
On the Women Move Beyond Your Wall, I designed a conference that I set up at the DoubleTree, and it included health and welfare, it included financial, it included We had speakers who talked about abusive relationships and things that may specifically affect women that they may want to talk about. And through this program, not this program, but through this conference, it was there to encourage and inspire women that you don't have to stay in the condition. If you're in that condition, you can move beyond those walls. And not only with that conference, I also gave a presentation at the Coffee Creek Correctional Facility for women in Wilsonville.
Okay.
And I used that same basis, women move beyond your walls. And I shared with them that I wasn't talking about moving beyond the walls of Coffee Creek,
Okay.
but whatever situation occurred that placed you where you are, do not feel that you are going to continue, that you have to continue in that situation. You can move beyond those walls and improve life, enhance your life on your own.
Now, for the viewers, I understand Coffee Creek is a women's correctional facility, is
Yes,
that correct?
yes,
So
it
you
is.
went behind the walls
Oh.
to touch some more lives.
Yes.
See,
Yes,
that's
I
why I said when your daughter shared with me
Yes.
all those lives and the places that you're going and you're touching, and I don't want to say it didn't go unnoticed, but people need to know. People need to know, and so we're honored to have you as the first Hope Olive Branch to our community. There's a couple other programs. You're involved with the ministry program at your church. You
Yes,
can go
I
ahead
am.
and give a shout out to.
Yes, I am. To Daniels Memorial Church of God in Christ,
yeah.
Bishop H.B. Daniels. Yes, I'm involved in the mission work at our church. We have gone to downtown Portland, to Burnside, and distributed coats and garments and personal items at our church. We have provided, during Thanksgiving season, we've provided food where people can come in and have wonderful meals, home cooked meals,
Absolutely.
but just being part of mission work, reaching out, and things that are behind the scenes are seen,
Right.
noticed or unnoticed. It isn't about me. It's about being there for people.
Absolutely.
Too many times we focus on what I did. So it's never about me,
Not about you. It's just about you helping other
about
people.
me helping others, and that gives me satisfaction.
Absolutely. And then you're also you're a conference speaker, you're a motivational speaker, you volunteer with the Special Olympics.
Yes, I have volunteered with the Special Olympics of Oregon,
Okay.
and also I've done volunteer work with Club Impact.
Okay.
It is an organization that assists young people with disabilities.
Oh, okay.
They go
Absolutely.
places, do things, interact, within the community. So I have been involved with Club Impact.
Wow, okay. And also, pull up photo number 2. I want to show this here because I want you to talk a little bit about who's these folks in here.
Okay, the people on the picture here, well, that's Walter Cunningham. He was over the Little Rock pageant,
Okay.
director of the pageant, and then that's one of the associates on the side. And the person in the middle, that's Debroah Harris.
Divorce.
Yes, that was crowned Miss Black America, and I participated in the national pageant in Madison Square Garden.
Okay. Can you pull up photo number 3? I want to show that one too. And I want to keep getting this out there for the young people that's seeing this. You're being crowned.
Yes.
Take us back just a bit about that, because I can see it right now. Just seeing that photo, that had to have been a special moment in your life.
It was a very special moment. My parents were there, my grandparents were there. It was a very special moment. When I was crowned, the first thing I said was, "Thank you,
Yes,
thank you."
yes.
And I said, well, not I did it, but I said, because of the inspiration that I have, because of the courage that I have, because of the boldness that God has given me to move forward. Through God, all things are possible,
All
so
things,
it
yes.
happened.
Who motivated you?
Who motivated
Who
me?
motivated you?
I would say that my grandmother
Grandmother. Okay,
motivated me.
motivated you. Yes.
I chose to do the participation, but because of how I was raised and what was instilled in me by my parents and grandparents, that you can do anything that you want to if you have the mindset, and you should have the mindset. And throughout high school, I've always gone for it, and there's something that I continue to do. It's just part of who I am.
That's who they mold you to be. Now, I understand that Richard Roundtree was part of this whole process,
Yes,
too.
yes.
If y'all don't know who Richard Roundtree, John Shaft.
Up yours! Get out of the way!
Cats say he's gonna be here, he should be here.
Open it up.
Shaft's his name. Shaft's his game.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the second pageant, Richard Roundtree was the host. Richard Roundtree and myself hosted
Okay.
the second pageant there.
So you reached back.
And it reached back, yes.
Yes,
So it
absolutely.
was great working with Richard Roundtree. I don't want to say this, but no, I won't say it.
What's that? John Shaft.
John Shaft,
John
yes.
Shaft.
He had to reread and reread a lot of scriptures over and over again. And it was great. It
Yes.
was great.
Yes. And the reason I went back there, because I want our young people to understand that things happen. There's a proud moment in our lives. There are people that motivate us. There are people that touch us. And from them motivating you to do what you do, you stayed steadfast, and now you're motivating other people. I know you're busy, but there's one more, and I have to put this out there. I understand that you're on the campaign trail for
Yes, I am.
mayor.
Yes, I am. Yes. Yes.
And if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you one question. What do you feel about single district in the state of Oregon? That seems to be an issue.
Okay, yes, it is.
Okay.
We have 95 neighborhoods in the city of Portland,
Okay.
7 districts. And I really would like to push, well, I won't say I will say we would really
Absolutely.
like to push for single districts. And the reason I say we is because I've heard, especially the southeast communities and other communities, gearing towards expressing their thoughts and their opinions about the district.
Okay.
And their voices are saying, we need representation in each of the districts. We need single districts. And this would be effective because by having single districts, as a mayor, you have someone who's representing each of the districts.
Wow, that's huge.
You don't have to have a veteran to go halfway to Salem to express what his or her concerns are. You don't have, in each district, you have homeless, you have similarities.
Yes.
You have homeless,
Okay.
you have issues with affordable housing, and each has its own unique issues, and each has issues that are similar to others. But by having representation from each of the 7 districts, those districts can come directly to the mayor. You don't have to go around and go about. And we can discuss what those specific issues are and be able to deal effectively and then allocate the necessary funds district by district. That way we're inclusive of all of the neighborhoods and all of the districts, and no one is left out.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Ms. Debroah Harris, former Miss Arkansas, on the campaign trail for mayor. Thank you, and we wish you the best of luck.
You see, I got